I still remember the call. Her voice cracked with indignation like I'd betrayed her. "Why haven't you paid the rent this month?" I froze, then laughed, not out of humor. Out of disbelief. Because the apartment she was talking about wasn't mine anymore. It was my brother's. It's the same brother who swooped in with his wife the moment I walked out. But she wasn't calling him. She was calling me. "I'll take you back." When she first asked me to renovate her old apartment, I didn't hesitate. I poured everything into it. My weekends, my sweat, fresh paint on throughs, new cabinets in the kitchen, even Ruard, the faulty sockets she'd ignored for years. When it was done, she looked at it with pride. And for a brief minute, I felt like a sonhood. Finale made her proud. Then came the contract. I thought I'd live there. Affordable, she'd said. A way to save money, a way to stay close. But when the paper hit the table, the number was 3 times what we'd agreed on. Tripla stared at her across that kitchen. I'll indeed installed myself, the granitationing like a mirror of my own stupidity. "This isn't what we agreed to," I told her. Her answer was cold. "If you can't afford it, someone else can." That was my first lesson. Family when money's involved doesn't always mean family. I left quietly. No fight, no tears. Just a packed bag and a lease I signed Acrostown. Smaller place, sure, but mine. Paid for by me, not dangled like bait from my mother's hook. I didn't have to wait long to see who she meant by someone else. My brother and his wife moved in within a week. The golden boy. The one always got more, needed less, and yet somehow demanded everything. I thought I was free, but freedom has a funny way off, Bung tested. A month later, the phone rang. Her voice sharp and trembling. "Where's the rent? Why haven't you paid?" I almost choked. "Rent for the apartment." "Yes," she snapped. "Your brother says he's still waiting on you." We had an agreement. That's when the truth hit me. She hadn't just rented the place to him. She had rented it to me on paper without signing, without me paying, without me even living there. And she was funneling the responsibility onto me. My name, my credit, my life. The betrayal was almost elegant. But I didn't shout. I didn't break. I smiled because I realized something. She still thought I was the same naive son who rebuilt her kitchen for free. She didn't know who she'd created the day she tried to scam. So I made my move. I asked Hercom Lee to send me the agreement. The popers she claimed bound me. Within Anhor they arrived in my inbox. A poorly scanned rental contract. My name typed but not signed. No initials, no signature, nothing legal. I laughed quietly to myself. A forgery without it. The next day, I made a visit to the landlord's office. It's the Riadlard, the one who technically needs building. Turns out, my mother wasn't even the legal owner anymore. She was leasing it herself, subletting to me, or at least pretending to, and now to my brother. I explained the situation carefully, brought copies, highlighted the missing signature. He wasn't happy not with me, but with her. She'd been skimming off him too. That's when he let out my plan. I didn't addict directly. No, revenge. Real revenge is quieter, colder. I simply stepped back and let the dominoes fall. The landlord revoked her sublease rights, sent her a letter demanding back rent. Suddenly, she owed thousands she thought she could squeeze from me. Brother, the golden boy, was now living in an apartment that wasn't hers to give. Within weeks, eviction papers followed. And then Kamitha call I'll never forget. Her voice was broken this time, ragged from crying. "They're throwing us out. Your brother has nowhere to go." "What did you do?" I said nothing for a long moment. Let her sit in the silence she'd built for herself. Then I answered with these words. She once gave me, "If you can't afford it, someone else can." The fallout was everything I imagined. My brother blamed her. She blamed me. The wife blamed everyone. They turned on other like rats trapped in a flooding cellar. I stayed in Miss Amel's apartment paid in full. No strings, no lies. Funny, isn't it? I rebuilt her apartment with my own hands. But in the end, I rebuilt myself. Too. Stronger, colder, unwilling to play thiffle again. She wanted a tenant. She got a lesson. Now when I hear her name flash across my phone, I let it ring, because some debts once settled don't need. Revisiting justice doesn't always roar. Semetimasit whispers, and when it does, it sounds like silence on the other end of the end.